Midnight, Ukraine, June 29th, 2025. The night began with silence. No air raid sirens, no warning flashes, just an unsettling calm. But then, the hum began, a mechanical, low-pitched resonance like distant bees. It crept across the countryside, slithered over rooftops, and curled around sleeping towns. And then, it struck. Kiev's western suburbs exploded in fire. Lviv's power grid went dark within seconds. In Kharkiv, a school, repurposed as a supply depot, was hit dead center. Zaporizhia lit up like a war movie. And in Bila Tserkva, the hangar housing a U.S.-made F-16 was obliterated before it even left the ground. Ukraine didn't hear war coming. It heard machines. And in just 12 minutes, more than 470 Geran-2 drones swarmed Ukrainian airspace. They call it Geran-2, but that's just a Russian designation. You may know it by another name, Shade 136, a low-cost, high-impact loitering munition. But this is no longer just a suicide drone. It's become a precision terror machine. Weighing around 200 kilograms, with a wingspan of 2.5 meters and a speed of nearly 185 kilometers per hour, it can fly for over 1,000 kilometers without detection. Its warhead, between 40 to 90 kilograms of high explosives, sometimes thermobaric. Its brain? An AI-enhanced module embedded with real-time thermal tracking, optical recognition, and terrain-following software. And once it locks onto a target, there is no turning back. How does it get through? The Geran-2 flies low, hugging valleys, rivers, tree lines, below radar, below response time. It mimics bird flocks or civilian objects on radar. Its wooden and composite frame makes it almost invisible to conventional radar waves. When intercepted by jamming, it doesn't panic, it reroutes. Equipped with dual GNSS systems, GLONASS and BeiDou, plus inertial backups and thermal imaging, it can continue toward its target, even when GPS is blind. Its engine hum, once mocked as lawnmower noise, now serves as psychological warfare, because by the time you hear it, it's already too late. These drones are not launched at random. They are launched with purpose, with military objectives and strategic disruption in mind. Objective 1. Collapse Ukraine's air defenses. Geran-2 drones overwhelm radar sites. Air defenses are forced to fire expensive SAMs, $100,000 to $3 million each, at 30,000 drones. It's a bleeding tactic. You win by draining, not destroying. Objective 2. Cripple the grid. They don't target just any building. They go after transformer stations, substations, fuel reserves, cutting power to hospitals, command centers, railroads. Objective 3. Break the tempo of war. In Mykolaiv, a drone strike delayed an entire brigade movement by 36 hours. No casualties, just pure calculated timing disruption. Objective 4. Attack morale. Civilians don't sleep. Soldiers are paranoid. Commanders whisper instead of shouting orders. Drones don't need to kill, to destroy. They only need to exist. This is no longer one drone. It is hundreds, sometimes launched in coordinated formations. Some act as bait, others recon enemy radar. Some loiter in wait, and a few carry out the kill strike. Newer Geran-2 models are suspected of sharing target data mid-flight. They can change objectives dynamically, adjusting to battlefield developments in real time. What's worse, they're learning. Integrated AI modules, like the Jetson Orin board, allow them to identify visual patterns. A heat signature of a tank engine, a shape resembling a substation, or even moving infantry. No pilot, no operator. Just code and permission to kill. These drones are mass-produced in Russia's Tatarstan region, specifically in the Yelabuga Special Economic Zone. Thousands roll off monthly, built with foreign microchips, Chinese electronics, Iranian schematics, a Frankenstein's monster of global origin. And Ukraine can't destroy them at source, because they're launched from hundreds of kilometers deep in Russian territory. Some from Belgorod, others from the Caspian region. Even naval barges are now rumored to be launch platforms. They can reach anywhere, anytime, and they cost almost nothing to replace. This is industrial warfare, optimized. Ukraine is fighting back. Western systems like NASAMS, IRIS-T, and Patriot are deployed, but they're expensive and they're overwhelmed. Some cities have even turned to shotgun-bearing patrols and modified anti-drone rifles. There's talk of electronic fencing, laser walls, but none of them scale fast enough to match the swarm. One Ukrainian commander called it death by 1,000 wings, and every night the sky buzzes again. But there's a deeper fear. What if the next generation doesn't just fly on preloaded coordinates? What if it chooses? What if it identifies targets? By thermal signature, by radio signal, even by facial recognition? What happens when a swarm of drones decides what qualifies as hostile? What happens when it fails to distinguish civilians? Is that still war? Or have we unleashed something we can no longer control? The Geran 2 is not the most powerful weapon on Earth, but it may be the most dangerous, because it rewrites the rules of war. It is cheap, silent, smart, and relentless. You don't fight it with muscle, you fight it with ideas, and perhaps not with missiles, but with policies, with cooperation, with understanding. This video is intended purely for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote war, violence, or any political stance. All data is based on publicly available, credible sources and verified defense intelligence. Our goal is to inform, not inflame, to analyze, not to agitate, to help the world understand what's changing, so that maybe we can stop it before it goes too far.